Good morning, everybody. Welcome. Cap Nation Live, Hump Day edition. We're here. Nick, I made your mind up about the vaccine. Nah, it ain't that big of a deal. You should get it. Better than your grandma's tea. But the second shot definitely kicking me in my butt today. Just tired, sore. I did get my second round of the vaccine yesterday, so tired, sore. Had a slight little fever, low-grade fever, but other than that, just the aches and pains. Arm's not bad anymore. Other than that, a little fever this morning, but nothing crazy. Nothing you should be scared about. What's going on, everybody? Welcome. 100 people, over 100 people already waiting. I do apologize for keeping everybody waiting this morning. I was a little tired this morning. A little groggy, whatever it's called. But I'm here, and I'm proud, and I'm ready to rock and roll. We got a big day today. Free plays for everybody. Sucked yesterday, but hey, you continuously keep winning when you finally lose. Have a losing day on free plays. The haters are going to come out of the woodworks because they finally have something to hate about. But it's okay. We'll bounce back strong like we always do. Premium plays had a smoking day yesterday. And depending on where you got that Kansas line yesterday, you either pushed or you won. If you bet it late, later in the afternoon, you either got plus 3.5 or you got plus 4 like I did. So congrats to all Premium Play members. You either went 2 wins in a push or you went 3-0, another winning day for everybody. Kansas faltering late and should have been a convincing one. But hey, I ended up 3-0. I know some got 3 in a push, but most got 3-0, so it's okay. Congrats to everybody there. I bet we're going. How much do I have on the game of the year so far? Last time I tallied it up, I'm about 32 large, but I have a lot more to go. I've been betting it in increments at different books. That way I don't just shoot the line up. But there'll be a lot more on it. But again, what I bet on my bankroll, you should not base on yours. For the fact that my bankroll is probably larger and unlimited when it comes to it. So I could go dunk off 100K and I really wouldn't bat an eye. I'd be pissed, but I wouldn't really bat an eye. It wouldn't stop me from betting or anything like that. So one thing that always is certain, especially when you have a game of the year type of play or any, of our big games, always make sure you guys are always betting within your means. I get it. It's the game of the year. It's one of my biggest bets of the year. It's something that you want to step out on too, and I fully support that. But always make sure it's one of those games or one of those bets that's still within your means. Because, let's be honest, we're betting on, college kids today. Anything can happen, unfortunately. So, always be careful with that one. Ty, sorry to see you got 2 wins in a push. I ended up with 3 wins because Kansas closed at 4 and was at 3.5 for quite a while at Bet Online, which was nice. I kept waiting until the last minute. CT just gauging the confidence. I can tell you this. You don't have to gauge our confidence. If we put it out as a game of the year, it's a fucking game of the year. That's one thing that you don't ever have to worry about with us is putting out a game of the year that we're not actually betting or confident in. That's the one thing that you'll never have to worry about. We're not going to... I'd rather not have one than put one out and tarnish what we do. So, yeah, it's gambling. Yeah, we're betting on kids. And anything can and will happen. It could go good. It could go bad. Somebody gets hurt. Somebody blows out a knee. Knock on some wood around here. There's got to be some around here. There we go. Anything can and will happen. And in the world of sports betting, if you guys haven't realized that now, then you guys haven't been doing this long enough. So please, always make sure that, you're wagering responsibly for your bankroll and your life situation. I can't emphasize that enough. Does that mean that I don't love what we put out? Absolutely fucking not. I absolutely love what we put out for the game of the year. I've been waiting for this matchup. I actually thought the line was going to be a lot different, and should have been. Should have, could have, would have been. And this one has been circled for months. This one has been circled since the beginning of the season, and we needed a lot to come together for it to happen. Ronald says, good morning, KJ. I know this is your show. Just want to give a shout out of rest in peace to the Meat Man today. Marks the day since his passing. Good guy, my friend. Thanks. I actually know Dave. I used to do a lot of business with him back in the day. And a super funny dude. Super funny guy. And it's very sad. Very sad. If you read the stories about what happened and the reports and, it sounds like definite, drugs can definitely, fuck you up. And rest in peace to the old Meat Man, Mr. Dave Scandaliato. Can't believe it's been a year. Can't believe it's been a year. We had a love-hate relationship. He loved me when we were doing business together years ago. Long before we were on YouTube. And it's funny, I'll tell you a story. When I first got into this industry, I worked in the sales room. Worked in one of the sales rooms, one of the phone rooms. I mean, we're going back years upon years, long before I was here with Cappers Direct. And, you got incoming phone calls, you got making outgoing calls. And that's why I know the business. I know everybody in the business. I know all the shady sides of the business. I've seen it all. I know how it works. And I can make sure that you guys stay away from it. But long story short, I get a phone call one day at my desk and I answer it, and this guy's just going off at me. Fuck you, Cap, this and that. I'm gonna fucking eat your head off. You slimy piece of shit calling my customers. Blah, 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 blah. Well, the poor guy didn't know. He's in business. He was in business with Tony T. And they were selling his incoming phone leads, apparently, to the company that I was working for. So, and that's what he does for a living today, generates phone leads. So when you guys call a free play hotline, they sell them to the phone rooms in Vegas. They sell them for a certain amount of money to the phone rooms in Vegas. We don't need to buy leads. We don't do any cold calling or anything like that. But apparently the company that I was working for, this is 15 years ago, maybe 14 years ago. Was calling his leads, and that was the first I've ever met the dude. And actually the first time I ever talked to him. And it was funny. Then we ended up becoming friends and chit-chatting and met him a couple times. How do you describe him? A giant heart, but if you ever crossed him, he'd motherfuck you every which direction he could and twice on Sundays. Before and after church. Now, Seth, back in the day, we didn't text. We didn't text back in the day. But yeah, I was one of those assholes many, many years ago. Hey, Seth, this is Kyle from so-and-so. Got your lines ready for today's games? Or are you going to get them later? Fantastic, fantastic. How much you moving on a game? Quarter, nickel, dime? Fantastic. Grab a piece of paper and pen. Write this number down. I know the whole sales pitch. I've done it. I did it for so long when I was younger. Before I got to finally come here and use my expertise to the best of its ability. Ronald, he loved a lot more than beer and weed, let me tell you. But yeah, definitely was a very interesting individual. It's crazy. He lived in a weekly motel. Lived in a weekly motel here in Vegas. And obviously we go to New Orleans for 6 months out of the year. Parents were absolutely filthy loaded. and you would never know anything. And he inherited most of it, and you would never know anything. He still lived like he never had a buck to piss in, a pot to piss in, $1 even to put in the bucket that he pissed in. And had access to all the money in the world for whatever he needed. But yeah, I know how the industry works. I know every sales tactic, every gimmick that they use. My phone used to blow up. I get text messages every now and then, but my phone used to blow up with the cold calls. We used to have fun on the live show. Jarek said, one of those guys texted me the other day and said, no thanks, I watched Captain's Direct, he got all pissed. That's all you need to tell him. That's all you need to tell him. But yeah, I had a lot of respect for the guy. Guy was a very interesting individual. But again, all he did was sell his sales leads. I mean, they were in the business to sell sales leads. There's different types of, there's people that actually try and make people money. Yeah, Alex, a year ago today. There's businesses that are out there that try and make people money. There's businesses out there that could really give a rat's ass, on the success of your sports betting. They just care that you actually pay them. Then there's companies out there that are not in it to really give you games. That's not what their expertise is. They're called lead generators. And that's what a lot of these websites and a lot of these videos that you see on YouTube, call this 888 number for a free play. Call this free play hotline. They are 100% lead generating, and they're selling your number. Ronaldo, he was only getting $7 per call. That's exactly correct. He was getting $7 per call. That is 100% fact. So for every number that they called, they would sell it. But here's the thing. They would sell it to multiple people. So this guy would pay $7, and then that guy would pay $7, and this guy would pay $7. So if he was getting 200 calls in a week, Uno, you got the 570 radio sports cappers calling you? That's funny. J-Rock says, problem with those pills, you don't know what's in them if you buy them on the black market. 100%. Alex, I don't remember if they said it was a heart attack or an overdose or something like that, but I think it was a combination of the both if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, super nice dude. It's always sad to see, somebody go, him, who died a couple years ago. What's his name? Jeff Allen. Jeff Allen passed away from cancer a couple years ago. That was sad. I know Jeff and his business partner, Ronnie. I used to do business with them when I first got in the industry. Angel, welcome. Absolutely. We're going to make some money today. Fast Freddy says he loves this barbershop talk. Yeah, there's definitely been some icons in this industry. Seth, if McAfee signs up, you owe me a beer next month in Vegas. Deal. Did he ever reply to you? Probably not, but he should. He should. Matt, talking about Ronnie Camacho? Yeah, I know Ronnie Camacho. Alex Day was one of your first cappers that you purchased from 7 years ago? Crazy. Matt, how do you know Ronnie? Bradley says, big day for the Johnsons today. I'm feeling it damn straight. Right, Seth? He's definitely worth a fortune, that's for sure. Yeah, man, I know a lot of people that work over in Ronnie's office. Used to work for Ronnie. Very nice. Very nice. We probably have some mutual friends in. We probably have some mutual friends in. Did you work for Danny? I know you're on the East Coast. Lewis, no, we've got the company's college basketball game of the year today. Meanwhile, you got the second shot on Monday, all good now. I got mine yesterday, and I'm a little. I'll be honest, I feel a lot better right now than I did 4 hours ago when I woke up. That's funny. I don't even know who Chris Sharp is, but how bad does Virginia lose today? I don't know. Kind of like Texas covering the 3 yesterday, right? Man, Danny knows me exceptionally well. That's hilarious. I know Danny. I know all those guys. I know all those guys. Have the government controlled chips in the vaccine got to you yet? I started growing a third eye out the back of my head. Nathan, congrats, shipmate. Congrats on getting the first part. Arm probably be a little sore. Well, Jared, then you must have bet it a day ahead of time because it was 3.5, and then closed at 4. But congrats on your covering the 2.5. My plus 3.5 and my plus 4 covered, so I was good. Nathan, I love it, man. I love it. Now that's a barbershop right there. Yep. I know Roshkin very well. Ryan, if the game of the year is in your state and you can't bet it, I don't know. Don't know what state that you're in, and I'd recommend opening up an account somewhere else then, like Bet Online, where you can bet it. But I don't know of anybody having an issue betting it. But yeah, man, I talk to Roshkin all the time. Thomas, you're killing me with that right there, putting the whole bankroll. Let's go, baby. Can't lose this one. Dan, why is Sam Houston catching 8.5? Because they suck. Christopher says can't be in Connecticut. We have no sports teams, right? Yeah, Nathan, I just got my second shot yesterday. The first shot I felt, but she gave it a little high in the arm, so I was extremely super sore. Yesterday's shot, I'm sore right now. Like I can feel it where it went in. And didn't feel it go in yesterday. I can feel it now though. CT, if you have questions about the game of the year, feel free to send an email. I'm not going to discuss the game of the year, but the line on it is fine. We always recommend making sure you get it at the line that we put out, absolutely. But again, I'm not going to discuss the game of the year while we're live. But if you have a question, I'll be more than happy to answer it, or somebody in the company will be more than happy to answer it. But I had a little fever this morning, aches and pains, almost like you get like the flu aches and pains, and but they're a lot lighter right now. They were at 5 o'clock this morning. I said, "Oh man, I don't want to go to work today," and it takes a lot to keep me down. So I was like, "Oh, I'm not feeling good this morning." But other than that, you don't have to be over 65 to get the shot. There's other people that qualify. There's other people that qualify for various reasons. Law enforcement, teachers, caretakers, people with at-risk health issues, caretakers of people with at-risk health issues. Joe Free, I didn't see your question. I didn't even see your question there, bud. Dan says, meanwhile, you got to walk in with a pocket full of cash. Renault Essential Workers. J-Rock says, just got to be considered high risk. Or maybe I just got lucky. I don't know. No, but I got it with my wife and then my mother-in-law as well, so. But I'm glad to do my part and hopefully keeping me safe and my family safe, hopefully. All right, so let's jump into the games. I'm not going to be live for too long. I know we've been live for 50 minutes shooting the shit already, which is perfect. There's my brother. There's Edward. Welcome back. Welcome back from your extended vacation. Welcome back. Lewis Kyle, 67. I am 67 today. Chef Bear in the house. Edward taking a much nice needed long break. Welcome back, brother. Welcome back. The sheriff is back. The sheriff is back. Watch out, troll. Hey, Edward, check out your emojis. Check out your needed emojis now. Yeah, buddy. I think I'm going to have to make an emoji of Edward with a sheriff's badge. The boot button has been getting cold, right? The flushes have been delayed. Jesus, absolutely. Mauricio, thank you. Says, hey, Cal, hope you're feeling good from your vaccine shot. Great soccer guaranteed game yesterday. Thanks. Today we're going to keep going with the game of the year college game. Absolutely, we are. And it was a good game yesterday. was definitely a good game yesterday for the soccer game of the week from our soccer guys. I wish I could take credit. I wish I could take credit for that. But unfortunately, I can't. Happy birthday, Jesus. Going to be a great week for you, brother. Absolutely, one thing we always preach is family first here. One thing we always preach. Jesus says, guys, if you're not on the members-only YouTube, you're missing out. We did have a nice one yesterday with the Gators, baby. With the Gators plus the points, winning outright. Actually, not even winning outright, just absolutely blowing them outright. Lewis says, I'm overextended on the game of the year, and I feel great about it. All righty. Mauricio says any B-Day freebie packages for Jesus. Probably going to hook Jesus up this weekend. Jesus says, Kyle, when you pick a dog, I double down. Just my faith in you. You know, I love a good dog, that's for sure. That is for sure. All right, guys. Log it into my system here for the stats, so that way we can jump right into the breakdowns. Log into BetOnline to get our most current, updated, and accurate live odds. Jesus, I love it. I love it. Absolutely love it. All righty. We've got some good college hoops today, let me tell you. I absolutely love the board today. From early to late, there's opportunities to hammer the books. And that we are going to do. So I'm only going to get through a couple of the breakdowns today, guys. I'll be back up to full speed tomorrow, and we'll jump right back into that. But we're going to hone in on just a couple key breakdowns for everybody today to see what we can do as far as damage-wise. I know you guys are going to be doing the early game. There's a few early games, not just the 2 p.m. Eastern time game between Kent State and Ball State, which we have a premium play on. Sam, good morning. As expected, Aaron. As expected. But you should be good, though. You should be all good. That's why we always post it when we do. Hey guys, give me 1 second. All right, give me 1 second. I think I've got a package I got to sign for. Hang on one. All right. All right, we're back. We're back. We're back. Give me 1 second. I'll get this camera back on. Not only do I sign for a package, then it's, hey, can you move your truck? They're painting something in the parking lot. Yeah, I'll definitely move. I seen how they spray shit. All right, we are back. We are back. We are back. Ready to rock and roll. Alrighty. Nathan, I only got 10 likes today. Well, you might want to hit the refresh button because I see 81 there, sir. I see 81, 82, 83. And I know once people actually hit that thumbs up button if you guys want something big today. Hit that thumbs up button if you want something big today. All right, y'all, take a look at it after the live show. Jesus says hit the thumbs up and get the college basketball game of the year. All righty. Breakdown time, breakdown time, breakdown time. Let's see, post in the comment section. What games do you guys want to see broken down? Maybe I'll do it, or maybe I won't. Maybe we already have a play on it. Jesse says 1,000 likes equals college game of the year. Yeah, that's not happening. You could get 10,000 likes and the company still wouldn't. Never says game of the year, backing up the Cap Nation Brinks truck times 5. So I only have time for a couple of breakdowns. So let's see. Dan wants the Bama game. Which Bama game? You got Alabama A&M, Alabama State. There's a lot of Bama. Bama and Arkansas. I know that's the one that you want. Uh-oh, I got a sneeze coming. Woo! Hopefully those are the only two. All right, we will do Alabama and Arkansas. Lewis, I have no problem breaking down a premium play. Hell, I break them down during football all the time, but don't always give you time to start. Everybody, where's Dizzy? Dizzy's probably on Tulsa. Dizzy is probably on Tulsa today. Primetime says, LOL, the only Bama that matters, right? I just thought I would point that out, though, that there was more than just one Bama team playing, right? All right, so let's go to this one at 9 p.m. Eastern time. We're going to bounce around, do a couple of them, then I'll put you guys on a big game. Because I know you guys are going to get us above 150 today. So start smashing that thumbs up button if you haven't already done so. Hit that subscribe button. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. That way you do not miss a beat on anything that we do. And if you are not part of the members exclusivity club here on YouTube, if you are not part of it, you are going to be missing out later in the week, so make sure you hit that join button. We will have members only content coming tomorrow. As well as live shows later in the week as well. One second, folks. Okay, my live chat. Matt says, late today, thanks for that easy winner with Florida yesterday. That was a members-only play yesterday. Seth says, now make these scrubs buy the premium personals, break down a soccer play, right? Hey, I never said I was going to give them a premium or personal. I just said I was going to give them break down a big game. Ronald, what did my personals do yesterday? I ended up going 1-2. Unfortunately, Missouri and Oklahoma fell flat in that one. Nathan says the camera keeps freezing. I don't know. I see perfect stream health, but who knows? Who knows? All right, so Alabama coming in on the road, +2 against Arkansas, who's laying 2. Arkansas a -135 money line favorite, over and under. Another high one set in this one, over and under 158 points. Arkansas a 1-point favorite in the first half, laying 1, over and under set at 74.5 points in the first half. This is probably one of the marquee matchups of the day. It will be on ESPN2 for all you people that need to watch the games that you're betting on. Seth, it's a preloaded one, right? I hear you there. Alabama, guys. First of all, winners of 3 straight, beating Vandy, Georgia, South Carolina. They did lose to Missouri, beat LSU, lost to Oklahoma. They are 13-1 in conference play, with their only conference loss coming by way of Missouri. Here they are drawing Arkansas today, a team they already beat 90-59 when they played in Alabama. And here they are, a 2-point dog. Arkansas 17-5 on the year for the Razorbacks, winners of 9 conference games, losers of 4. They've got conference losses to Missouri, Tennessee, LSU, and obviously that 31-point beatdown of Alabama. Actually, beat down by Alabama. Back on January 16th, they lost a non-conference game, which was their most recent loss. Back at the end of the month of January, on January 30th, to Oklahoma State, where they lost by 4. They have won 4 straight, beating Mississippi State, Kentucky 81-80. They beat Missouri 86-81. And they just beat Florida 75-64 at home, where they have only lost 1 game this entire season. They lost to Missouri at home 81-68. Other than that, they have played clean and perfect so far at the Bud Walton Arena, which generally holds 19,200 screaming Razorback fans. However, you're not going to have to worry about 19,000 fans in attendance today. They normally get a great home court advantage of 4.1, which would theoretically, with a full set of fans, make it the 14th toughest place to play in all of Division I, but you're not going to have to worry about that big of a home court advantage. It's definitely going to have one. I still believe there is a home court advantage. However, I don't see it. I don't see it being a score of 4.1 for the home court advantage when it comes to the way games are played nowadays. But I do believe there is still a point and a half for a home court advantage. When you start taking a look at the side-by-side comparison of both teams, if you use only conference play numbers, you're going to see some differences on the offense, and a major difference when it comes to defense. Alabama has that #1 defense there in the SEC. They also have the #2 rated offense in the SEC based on adjusted efficiency, strength of schedule, opponent strength of schedule, and all of that stuff. Let's take a look at the offensive side of things. Let's start with Arkansas. They're hitting 48.9% from the field. They knocked down a low 33% from 3-point range. Sorry, I was reading the comments. They hit 48.7% from 2-point range. They are a very quality free throw shooting team. If you put Arkansas on the line, they will take full advantage of it. They're hitting 76.6% in conference play from the charity stripe. They will come in as the slightly taller team, Arkansas that is, overall. 2-foul participation shouldn't be a major advantage for Arkansas. I mean, it shouldn't be any advantage at all. 18% to 22% for Alabama. So while, there is a little bit there, there's not much to really gauge off of or really put in an advantage one way or another, and definitely not towards the first half over, given some easy buckets there. Won't consider it today being an advantage. As far as Alabama on offense, the #2 rated offense in the SEC, they're hitting 54.4% from the field. The #1 3-point shooting team in the SEC, knocking down 39.4% of all their 3-point attempts. They're converting 50.3% of all their 2-point plays. every jump shot, layup, dunk, and they're knocking down 74.6% of all their free throws. An excellent shooting team from the charity stripe as well. You know, they live and die by that three ball for 42% of their total points. 42% of their total points is where they're living and dying from. Now, Arkansas's three-point defense is definitely lacking. Thomas, it ain't spinning yet, but I promise you when I put one on the board, it will be spinning. Arkansas's defense gives up 34% to opposing three-point teams, or to opposing three-point shooters. What are they going to give up against Alabama today? Probably bigger than that one. Big Afro says, Arkansas, my favorite pick of the day today. Got more money on Arkansas than the premiums, but it's close. Interesting. The liability here, in my opinion, is going to be the Arkansas defense, where they give up 51% shooting to opposing teams. They are limiting offensive rebounds by opposing teams to 27%. They create plenty of opportunities on defense with turnovers, turning the ball over 21.5% of the time. They're giving up 34%, as I said, to three-point shooting, 51% to all two-point plays. But it's the Alabama defense that can win this game. Alabama's defense overall is a smothering effect. They're giving up less than 43% shooting overall. They have the number one, not only do they have the number one shooting three-point stats in their conference, they are the number one three-ball defense in the SEC, holding teams to 25.5% shooting from out deep. They're also holding teams to an impeccable low 44.8% shooting from two-point range. And they are creating turnovers at a rate of 20%, which is a good number. Derek says, living by the three-point on the road is not a good recipe for a win on the road. Living and dying by a three-pointer on the road, you know, they have it broken up between threes and twos. They're not a big relier on the free throw, which I like to see. I like to see when teams are not, very reliant on a free throw for a big bulk of their points. Just 17% for Alabama. Regardless of what Alabama shoots from three-point range today, their defense should be able to get the job done for them. Not only do I like Alabama, but I'm betting it. And if you can't hear it, old Thomas, Les says Nick Saban is coaching their defense, right? Right? If you can't hear that noise, it's right over there. It's right over there. You guys know what that means, right? Somebody asked for this game, and I wanted to break down this game and put you guys all on it. So here you go. When the pole is spinning, people are making money with poles. You're either dancing on it for a living to make money, or ours is spinning and we're making money. Sorry there, Big Afro. Sorry there, buddy. Sorry. Alabama plus the 2 on the road. You guys know me. I love me a dog on the road. Dogs are going to be barking. Woo! I need a dog sound effect. I need a big pit bull sound effect. Love it, Nathan. Love it. Carlos says, I love it, Kyle. Safe bet. North Ender says, salute and blessings to the nation. Thank you, sir. Matt says, every time I bet Bama, I get burned. Just one of those teams for me. Don't bet them then. Les says, the pole is spinning. Spinning is winning. It's got to spin for you to win. Hey, Big Afro said, you got to fade this. Good luck to you as well. But, hey, you know what that saying goes about fading. Just putting it out there. Big Average says, hopefully this is the only pick this year. We are on opposite sides. I always wish everybody luck, regardless if you're on the same side as me or, somebody else is on the opposite side. I always wish everybody the best of luck. But I do believe Alabama should be the better team. They are the better team. They've already blown them out once. I think they blow them out again. They're plus 115 on the money line. While I like them, I think they went outright. Plus 115 or plus 2 in a conference road game I'll take the +2 all day long. I'll take the +2 all day long. All day long and twice today. But again, I wish you the best of luck there, brother. Carlos Afro, a troll. No, he's not a troll. But remember there, Carlos, one thing that we don't do here is we don't insult our other members, regardless of who they're betting on or whatnot. Everybody's entitled. Everybody's entitled to bet how they want, regardless if I'm on it or I'm not. You know, at the end of the day, you guys have to make your own financial decisions that are best for you. Either you're rolling with me or you're betting yours or whatever the case may be. But there's no shame in that game. No shame in that game. And I don't fault anybody for betting against me. You know, you got to do what you got to do for, you know, what's best for you. But yeah, one thing that doesn't bother me is when somebody goes the opposite. We all know how it works in the long run. Maybe it works today. Big Afro, there you go, brother. Marcolo says, I'm riding this time, Kyle. I learned my lesson. Last 2 fades. Watch, this will be the one fade that goes the opposite, right? But no, you know, anything could happen. And again, you know, I don't rub it in anybody's faces when they fade and they lose. We might say, actually, I let you guys do it, you know. Fade me, see what happens. You know, that doesn't bother me one bit. Doesn't bother me one bit. I'm not the Messiah. I'm not, you know, your guys' Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, you know, when it comes to sports betting. We're damn good at what we do, and we'll get a hell of a lot more right than we do wrong. But it doesn't bother me at all when somebody's in the other side. Rich says, opinions don't matter when the pole is spinning. Cody, you're having problems logging into the site. Where do you go for help? You can email cd@cappersdirect.com. They'll be happy to help you out. I just ran your last name, and I don't see your YouTube last name on our website. Exactly, Big Afro. You know what I mean? Oh, Brent, right? I hear you guys. I hear you. All right, so moving on down the list. Moving on down the list. DJ Wavy, what's going on, my brother? Is the sign up for the site separate from YouTube? Yep. YouTube, being a YouTube exclusive member has zero to do with our website. Being a YouTube exclusive member has zero to do with our website. There's no coinciding. There's no nothing. The sales from the YouTube never show up on our website or anything like that. Michael says 7-Eleven nachos and Slurpees for breakfast. Breakfast of champions. That it is. Breakfast of champions. Thunder +1. Thumbs up or thumbs down? Thumbs down? Can I say this? Or maybe that way? Or maybe that, I don't know. I'm not a fan of that game today. I'm not a fan of that game today. I think there's better opportunities out there, in my opinion. Thank you, Cody. I appreciate that. Appreciate that, brother. Edward says a big gulp better for me. No way. No way. Slurpees and nachos from 7-Eleven. The best part is they're on DoorDash now, baby. Woo! Nothing like getting a Slurpee DoorDash to you, right? Joe Free says, I like the Alabama pick. Can I see the poll spinning one more time? Actually, can I please? It was the please part that got you there, brother Joe. The poll is spinning. The poll is spinning. Edward, you may not have seen the poll yet since you've been back, but that poll has been making us money in the live show. We've been absolutely kicking ass and taking names since that poll's been hung finally and spinning. It's a little flippin' noisy if you ask me, but it's been getting the job done. Kenny Fresno +7 college basketball. What do I think? Against UNLV? Fresno's been a fade of mine lately. But UNLV generally sucks. How they have 10 wins. And they are at home today, so I'd probably find a better avenue to bet. Fresno probably keeps it within the 7, but hey, the Running Rebels from time to time will do some stupid shit and catch you looking sideways. All right, next one we're going to take a look at Cincy and Tulsa because Dizzy is on Tulsa. Where's my brother Dizzy? He made a stop by the Barbershop the other day. Gotta quiet that pole down sometimes. I think. I will tell you, I am feeling much better from 5 hours ago, early this morning, from the second shot of the vaccine. Definitely feeling a lot better now than I did 5.5 hours ago. J-Rock, if you can get me to stop dancing, right? Seth says a well-hung pole gets the job done. Ronald says brain freeze on deck with the Slurpee. When that happens, just press the tongue to the top of your mouth. Andre wants to know Florida State going to torch Miami. You know, that to me seems like one of the games that's too good to be true. In-state rivals. Florida State on the road. Miami, a disaster, 7-13. Losers of what? I think they lost 3 straight. Florida State's won 3 straight. They should absolutely dominate on Florida State. They should, but it's on the road. Conference game. In-state rival. They should. Absolutely, Andre. They should definitely roll today. Should. Should. And we say should with a grain of salt. Don't miss our college basketball game of the year later on tonight. The cutoff to be signed up is 7 p.m. Eastern Time. The cutoff is 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Premium plays. If you're not on premium plays, these suckers keep rolling day after day after day after day and winning and winning and winning and winning and winning. If you're not on them, 3 days, $99. That combo package is still up. A week of premiums, a week of my personal plays. Yeah, you get both. Guaranteed Saturday, UFC Max Fight Pick. And the Sunday guaranteed play, all for $300. All right, Cincinnati and Dizzy's Tulsa going at it at 7 p.m. No. 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Excuse me. Renault, right? Taking a look at this one, guys. Cincinnati for the Bearcats. Don't you guys just remember we had Cat down, Bearcat down, Bearcat down in that ass whooping by Houston just the other day? How many people were in the live chat that day saying Cincinnati rolls against Houston? No, we took Houston in that one, folks, to a monster dominating near 40-point victory. If you guys remember in the live show, Cincinnati, Bearcat down, Bearcat down. Are we going to be saying it again later on today? We might. Or maybe we won't. Bearcats 7-8 on the year, 5-5 in conference play, coming off their demoralizing loss to Houston, losing by 38 points. Then you've got Tulsa 10-9 on the year, coming off a big win over Temple last Tuesday, where they won 72-66. They're 7-7 there in the American Athletic Conference play. When you start taking a look at both sides and you start comparing them side by side, first of all, you got one team who can't knock down, well, two that really can't knock down free throws, but you've got one in there that has a very big problem at knocking down a three ball. Both of them have their, liabilities on defense at defending the three, defending the 2-point shot, all of that. Seth says, going to parlay premiums and Kyle's and game of the year. Last Wednesday we swept. I see no reason why we won't today. Last Wednesday was that $42 parlay that I made, $42,000 parlay that paid off, that we showed. Actually, $49,000 in parlays, excuse me. When you take a look at the old Bearcats, Bearcat down, by the way, they're hitting 47.4% overall shooting, 31% from three-point range, 47.8% conversion of all their 2-point shots, and they are knocking down free throws at a pathetic rate of 67%. When you take a look at their opponent today, and you take a look at Tulsa, Tulsa is not much different on offense. They hit 47.5% from the field. They struggle like no other from out deep at 27%. They're hitting 52% of all their 2-point plays, every jump shot, layup, and dunk. It's one thing that they do quality on offense, and they're a 69.4% free throw shooting team. Believe it or not, with both of these two shitty teams, there's no advantage with the 2-foul participation, as Tulsa's in it just 13% of the time, 19.7 for Cincinnati. No real rhyme or reason there. The fact that Tulsa actually relies on the 3-ball for 28% of their total points, and yet they're hitting at a rate of 27%, nearly 1 out of every 4. They're definitely living and dying by that 3-ball. Now, if you take a look at their win over Temple, all right, you take a look at their win over Temple, they shot horrible from out deep. They took 23 3-pointers. They made 23 attempts. They knocked down 6 for a very low and impressive 26%. When you take a look at their game where they played Cincinnati back on January 2nd, keep in mind they already won. They beat them by 4. All right? Tulsa took 18 3-point attempts in that game. They made 5 of them for 27.8%. Where they won that game is shooting 77% of all their 2-point plays and 79% from the charity stripe. You take that away from Tulsa, and Cincinnati would have been able to win that game. Cincinnati went 15 of 42 from 2-point range, 6 of 19 from 3-point range, and 18 of 27 from the charity stripe. Now, as far as this game goes, the line is actually Tulsa laying 1.5 or minus 130 on the money line. J-Ma, you went 3 of 10 on premium plays and personal plays. You're out of your fucking mind. You're out of your mind. Do you want to go over the record? Premium plays went 2 and a push or 3-0 yesterday. Monday, they went 2 wins and either a loss or 2 wins and a push or 3-0, depending on where you got one of the games, the Drake game on Monday. So right there alone is already 4 wins on just premium plays, not including the premium plays from Sunday or Monday. And you said you went 3 of 10 for 13 games, including guaranteed Saturday, premium plays, and my personal plays. Well, I've put out more than 13 games since Saturday. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, between premiums and personals, there's been more than 13 games. But don't forget that Sunday play you had access to, which was absolutely money. So if you'd like me to go over the full record for you, I'd be more than happy to. I'd be more than happy to. Because premium plays on Monday, you either went 2-1 or 2-0-1 or 3-0. All right? Would you like me to keep reading the record? You had Duke Lane 5 winner, Drake Lane 12 or 11.5 or 11 or held 10.5 depending on where you got the line at. And you also had the Utah Jazz laying 12. That was Monday. If you'd like me to go over the record for yesterday, you had a perfect premium play day yesterday. And yeah, Sunday had a bad premium play day. It happens. It happens. It happens. But you also went 3-0 on my plays on Sunday. So Sunday was a wash from premium plays and personal plays. But you got the Sunday guarantee game, which was a big winner. So if you want to come here, at least state fucking correct facts. Don't make up bullshit. Because you say you went 3 of 10. Well, I gave you 3 winners on Sunday out of my personal plays. Sunday, my personal plays went 3-0. Would you like a repeat of what they were? Michigan money line, South Florida and Temple over, and Drake Lane 12.5. All 3 winners. All Brent says 3-0 personals on Sunday. I'm looking at the spreadsheet now. So, thank you. End of story. End of story. We don't even have to continue anymore. At least get your fucking facts straight, all right? All right, so, back to Tulsa. I think this would be the appropriate time for there we go. Tulsa laying 1.5. Seth says he was fading you. Probably. Yes, guaranteed Saturday was a loser. Sunday guaranteed play was a winner. Here, would you like Saturday's record? Saturday's record, premium plays were winners. 2-1. 2-1 on premium plays. 2-1. 2-1. You just said my personal plays. You just said my personal plays. But anyways, end of story. Moving right along. Cincinnati. Hold on, let me see something real quick. Let's see something. And yes, I stand correct. You did not have, you did not have the Sunday play because you're not on the combo package. That is correct. You had premium plays that you did. Yes, starting on Tuesday, you're on my personal plays. Yep, starting on Tuesday, you were on my personal plays. Well, sorry, the 22nd. Starting on the 22nd, which was Monday, Tuesday. But anyways, you have a question, feel free to email in. Nathan, my blood pressure calm, cool, and collected. If I was wearing my iWatch, I'd take it for you. I just got the second vaccine, right? Alrighty, so back to Tulsa, laying 1.5, minus $1.30 on the money line. Now, there is something that I like in this game. Andrew, my pleasure, brother. Absolutely. Thank you for being on board. Thank you for being on board. Right, Seth? The guy from that talk place that went 3 of 10 and then didn't film a video that you showed me? At least I show my face after a losing day. At least I show my face, after a losing day. I'm not denying my personal plays. I went 1-2 on Monday and 1-2 on Tuesday. I'm 2-4 in the last 2 days on my personal plays. But hey, it's okay. They'll bounce back. Alrighty. Andre, they're cutting signups off at 7 p.m. Eastern time. So, Cincinnati and Tulsa, back to this one, because I actually have to get going, and as Nathan says, we're wasting our time here. We're wasting our time with this. Obviously, you're on my personal play, so if you have a question, feel free to text me. I mean, fuck, you got my cell phone number. But as far as Cincinnati and Tulsa go, and already real quickly, J-Ma, you won 2 premium plays on Monday, or 3 premium plays, depending on where you got the Drake line. You also have won 2 personal plays of mine, so that's already 4. Possibly 5. So I don't know where, that's already big discrepancy in your 3 and 10 math. But anyways, on to the next subject. Because either that or then I don't ever get to do the fun stuff for you guys. But I'll be more than happy to figure this out with you. My cell phone's not going off. The total Dan, I agree with both of your statements and Nathan's as well, 100%. As far as the total on this one, the side, I want to lean Tulsa, but I just can't. I want to say Tulsa's the play again at home, but I can't. I cannot in this situation. Well, J-Ma, let's use common sense. If the line is 11.5, are you going to take it at 12? I only put out lines for what they are when the line where the game goes off. Unless you bet early, then you lost on Drake. And again, 2-1. Again, 2-1. Winning day. Winning day. Temple's 3 days, $99. Now, I'd like to say Tulsa is going to get the job done, but again, I'm not putting any money on Tulsa. Not going to put any money on Tulsa, but I do lean. If I was going to take them, I'd take them on the money line. But again, I think that one is going to be so close, and the Bearcats coming off their demoralizing loss to Houston the other day, that Cincinnati should come in with a big push. Cincinnati probably gets it done just off of that fact, their demoralizing loss to Houston. But one thing that I do like, Cincinnati and Tulsa, over 132. I do like the over. I'm going to bet it, but I'm going to bet it small. It's going to be like a $300 wager for me. But I do like the over in this situation. I think we get some points. I don't think it's a monster blowout towards the over, but I think they get over 132. I think they get into the high 130s. Nathan, say that again. I'm not putting any money on Tulsa. I would love to say Tulsa, but yeah, Nathan, I was on Houston. I was on Houston, brother. Bearcat down. Bearcat down. So the over 132, keep in mind, I'll put 3,000 on a premium play or 3,000 on one of my personal plays. But I'm going to put 300 on this one. So that's a tenth of what I'm normally betting. And you guys should do accordingly. So I wouldn't just go pound the snot out of the Cincinnati and Tulsa over because I'm saying I'm going to bet it. I'm betting it a lot smaller. David says he likes the under in the Tulsa game. I can respect that. I can respect that. You take a look at how both teams, shoot so poorly. I can definitely relate to that. But I think it's going to be the shit poor defenses that allow the shitty offenses to put up enough points for it to go over 132. But I don't think it goes over by much. I see it in the 138 to 140 range. Was I going to break down the Tennessee and Vandy game? I never said that I was going to do that one. I don't know if I'll have time to do that one, unfortunately, because I do have to get going here shortly. Good start in that Tottenham game. Need that other one now. The next one that we're going to break down, we're going to break down that Temple and South Florida game. It's going to be the next one that we break down. Homeless Sewer Hulk. What's going on? Love the name. Love the name. Thank you for joining us. Alrighty, so next one up on the docket, Temple and South Florida. Little 7 p.m. Eastern time action, 4 Pacific. J-Rock, I agree. They're not going to see much defense in that game. I don't think we're going to see much defense in this one either. Taking a look, guys. Temple 4-10 for the Owls. Coach Mickey and the Owls from the AAC. 4-10 on the year, 3-10 in conference play, riding a 6-game suck bus streak. Most recently losing to South Florida 83-76. South Florida 8-8 on the year for the Bulls. Again, another team with piss poor defense. DJ Ayers, as you remembers live video day, no. Later in the week. They are coming off their most recent win against Temple, snapping a 3-game losing streak to Houston, Tulane, and UCF. They're 4-6 in conference play. They're projected to go 5-9 in conference play, which they're projected to only win this game out of their final remaining 4 games. Before we take the side-by-side comparison, looking at the numbers, South Florida coming in laying 4.5. At home, Temple plus 4.5 on the road. Plus 170 money line road dog minus 195 for the home favorite. Over and under 134.5 point, where it currently sits at Bet Online. First half number is South Florida laying 2.5. Over and under 62.5. When you take the side-by-side comparison, we'll use conference play only numbers. Boy, do those defensive numbers suck. Let's take a look at the defense, and we'll start a little backwards for us, and we'll start with the defenses. Nathan says, Kyle, we need to have a marathon barbershop show the first day of March Madness. We've done some marathons, but I don't know about a marathon show. That's a lot of me having to put up with you, Nathan. But if you give me some great quotes to add between now and March Madness to the Nathan quote wall of shame, you might just talk me into it, brother. You might be able to talk me into it. been a while since we've added to this. It's been a couple of days, and it's overdue. All right, so Shannon, what's going on? Thank you for joining us. Let's take a look at South Florida's defense. They give up 51.5% shooting. They give up 34.5% from three-point range. They give up 51.2% conversion of all the two-point plays by their opposing offense that they're going to be facing. Nathan says, well, we can have some fun and make lots of money. We're going to make lots of money. We're going to have a lot of fun. Seth says we can do the show live in Las Vegas and I can co-host. We might be able to arrange that. We're going to have a lot of fun this March Madness, Nathan. That's for sure. 100%. March Madness is going to be awesome again. When you take a look at Temple's defense, they give up 49% shooting, 35% from three-point range, only 47% from two-point range. But the numbers that you have to focus in on, the turnovers that they're creating, are limited. 15.9% for Temple, 18.7% for South Florida. Both are allowing quality offensive rebound numbers, giving second, third, fourth opportunities or opposing teams to put points up on the board. When you take a look at the offenses, from the outside, you're going to say, hey, South Florida's offense struggles, to knock down buckets. 45% shooting, 33% conversion of all the three-point attempts, only 43% of all their two-point plays, 66% free throw shooting team. Not much different for Temple. 33% from three-point range, 44% of all their two-point plays, a 71% free throw shooting team, two foul participation, really null and void. South Florida is going to have a huge 2-inch height advantage here, near 2-inch. As far as this one goes, right, Seth? Right? It showed that you did it, so I was like, oh, I have to. Hey, Nathan, my brother, #1 fan. I love it. I love it. Thanks for lunch, brother. Thanks for lunch. Thanks for lunch, shipmate. You hear that noise? That pole is spinning again. That pole, hold on. That's a wall of fame right there. Hold on. Another screenshot needed. Another screenshot to add to Nathan's wall of fame. We'll add that one to it there, shipmate. The pole is spinning. Everybody in the world and their mama and their aunties and their TTs, they're all going to be on the under here. They're all going to be on the under. Not me. Not this guy. Not I. Temple, South Florida, over 134.5. K Diggs, what's going on, my brother? Can Vandy keep it close tonight? Betting on Vandy for me is like pulling teeth. Never has no. He probably wants a table, VIP table to watch the games at in the sports book. In the sports book. I used to stay up until last year for COVID at Mandalay, and they would give me access to their March Madness tournament party with all their food and all of that stuff. And it was okay. Nothing like the Caesars Super Bowl party, man. Nothing like the Caesars Super Bowl party. By the way, Temple in South Florida over. We're going against the grain here. Everybody in the world will be on the under. And that is a personal play of mine, and that is a flipping winner. Now, I don't expect him to go out and put up 156 points like last time. But I do expect this one to be in the mid-140s with ease. K-Diggs, when you have bets on games, do you watch the full game or just forget about it? Sometimes both. Sometimes both. You know, some games can cause a lot of stress and anxiety. I'll be honest, I've been doing this a long time where once, I'm going to be really honest with you. After you make your wager and that game starts, that game tips off, there's nothing that you can do. Watching a game and praying and sweating will never change the outcome of a game. My wife always says, why are you stressing on a basketball game? The lead's going to change probably 30 times over the course of the first 35 minutes of the game. That last 5 minutes is where the game really starts to heat up, if it's a close game. Obviously, if it's a blowout, then cool, even better. But if you're stressing about a game before that final 2 minutes on a game that's back and forth or close, then there's no point in it. You're just ticking years off your life. Meanwhile, it's 135. Okay, yeah, you should be fine. K-Diggs, you're just superstitious. You know, I've got superstitions. You come fishing with me. No bananas in the boat. There is no bananas in the boat when you come fishing. If there is, you will never catch a fish. It's 100% proven superstition fact. So, I do have superstitions. All right, folks. But no, not always. I'm not to be frank and answer the question, I don't have to, no. Seth says the only thing you can do is text Kyle and bother him with live rebets, right? No, you guys are never bothering me. And if I don't answer, it means, one, I may not have seen it, or two, I could be busy. But yeah, I've always got my eye on the game or the score. You know what I mean? Oh, Brett, it must be a West Coast fishing thing. I've never heard of that. No, that's an international thing, baby. No bananas in the boat. The banana superstition dates all the way back to the 1700s, when many lost or ill-fated ships were noted to have been carrying bananas to their destination. It is perhaps because of the occurrence of the bananas became known as omens of danger and misfortune for ships. This is a bad omen superstition that has been dating back to the 1700s. No bananas in the boat. Hey, sometimes my replies are a little late if I don't see it, if it's later in the evening time. I've always got my phone on me until games go off, and then once the games start, sometimes if I'm at home, I'm playing with my little one. playing with the 5-year-old or the missus. All right, folks, I've got to run. I've got to get out of here. If you're on my personal plays, they are already out. Edward says no bananas for sure. We actually need to do a Cap Nation fishing adventure or wake surfing adventure since I've got both boats. Bananas in the hammock. No, just let those things out. Let them swing with pride, brother. All right, folks, don't forget the college basketball game of the year. You have until 7 p.m. Eastern time. If you have any questions regarding that, feel free to email either me or the company or send me a message on Twitter. And if you guys don't follow me on Twitter now, you should. At CapNationKyle, I'll post a link to my Twitter. That way, if you ever... Sometimes I'm pretty active on there. There's a link to my Twitter right there. Meanwhile, you went fishing in Mexico with a friend and made you eat the banana for breakfast before you got on the boat. Damn straight, baby. I don't even like you eating one before you get on the boat. It's still technically in the boat. All right, folks, I am out. Good luck to everybody. Please, on a special day like today, make sure everybody's always wagering responsibly. All right? Don't want any... I mean, anything can and will happen, especially when you're betting on college kids. And... don't want anything to happen. Nicholas says, can't wait. Party on Lake Mead this summer. Been on that big Silverton yacht out there. Had some parties out there. All right, folks. Good luck, everybody. And we will see everybody live tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, 7 Pacific.